Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my Patreon supporters, Ben. Thanks for your support. Now, although we are already expecting this, of course, it is a new month, and with a new month comes a new Fateful encounter, 7 days encounter, or SDE. And as you can clearly see from the 3 pictures here, we are going to be expecting an uprate for both Milsha normal style, foreign AS, as well as Hozuki AS. And so I guess this one's a little bit easier to see the tie-in. They all look like Pierce units. Obviously, AS foreign is a Pierce zone setter, one of our first. AS Hozuki is still a great fire, Pierce, target DPS with some pretty powerful one-shot capabilities. And Milsha in her normal style is very, very useful still with her end of turn super attack, not to mention she does have an AS form in the future when Japan. So, of course, we can see the 3 pictures here, and let's just go right into the dreams and discuss my opinions on this particular banner. So, of course, in tonight's Should You Summon, there's only one new banner, which is a 7-day encounter for April. Only runs for 7 days, of course, and as usual, these 3 units are uprated to 7.77% each. Keep in mind that these do require 1,000 paid stones or your Heavens subscription ticket, and those are also paid as well. And of course, these are only uprated to 7.7%, so you do still have a chance on the 10th encounter of encountering a 5-star other than those 3 featured units. Being that this is a paid banner, all the newest units are here, Eva, as well as all those newest Ultra units, which are the 3 of them right here, Black Clad, Red Clad, and Cyan. Of course, normal, 3.5s, bots, Rainbow Sisters, and Knights. Alright, so just quickly, of course, if you are newer to the game, I would argue that this one's better than most 7-day encounters. I mean, foreign AS, I always feel that this one is kind of almost like a filler. The thing is, she is still a great unit. I still use her in many endgame comps as a Pierce zone healer. She has a built-in attack that doesn't heal as well, up to 1800 HP. She can set crit for your entire team. And she can do a pretty powerful one-shot kill as well. In terms of AS Hozuki, still one of the top-rated fire Pierce DPS currently in the game, and looking forward to Japan, I don't see that many significant fire Pierce that would replace her either. So in terms of her disadvantage, of course, once she does that one-shot kill, she kind of loses her effectiveness, and when you boost her attack in preparation for the one-shot kill, you only have 3 turns to kind of utilize her as best as possible. So I would say that she would be a precursor to the existing Lunatic kind of strategy where you can kind of activate a special mode of hers, and she kind of has 3 turns to kind of do her thing, set up, and then blast away with a one-shot kill either before or after an HP stopper. And finally, like I said with Milsha, I really do like the fact that she's obviously a Shade Lunatic unit that also has Earth DPS. When she stacks her 3 orbs using Earth attack, it is really powerful already, not to mention that Shade AoE, which can be attacked usually at the end of AF after you built up a substantial multiplier, and then after an HP stopper kicks in, that end of turn kind of raining lances from the sky usually ends the fight right there and then if there's only 1 HP stopper. So, like I said, if you're early to mid-game and you have none of these, really not a bad summon altogether. Now, keep in mind that these units, a lot of them are a little bit older. We're talking about up to a year from before. I think Milsha is the newest of the 3, and she's still about a year old. And Hozuki is a little bit older. And to keep in mind, AS Foreign, once you get far enough into the end game, you can start farming for her treatises, and most of us will have come across a 3.5 or a 4-star of Foreign, in which case you just pay some chance and treatises once you've been farming enough for a number of months. But like I said, if you're relatively early to the game and you don't have a lot of resources, not a bad summon. End game, I'm going to say, like with most 7-day encounters, you probably have a relatively developed roster, and even if you're like a mid-level where you have many units but not all of them, unless you can find specific reasons to fit 1 or more of these units into your team, like I said before, these round out a lot of different Pierce teams that you may run across. I know that, like I said, all of these units are still very, very much in the meta. You can definitely use them in a lot of end game strats. I think the most recent super boss fights, like the dual Hachios, I believe I used 2 of the 3 units, and I even used Miltia in one of the boss rush back in the day as well a few months ago. So definitely still very viable, but again, it is paid stones. There are other Fatefuls you could wait for as well. And keep in mind, they are a little bit older as well. One last caveat. Since Miltia does have an AS in the near future, having her as an uprated, even at 7.77%, isn't a bad run if you really want to try for a Miltia before her AS comes out. Anyways, let me know in the comments below if you're planning to summon or if you're going to hold off on this banner. Again, being that it's a paid banner, GamerDad is going to hold off on this banner and wait for, another banner that might be coming up in the near future. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.